how do we calculate the noise exposure for an 8-hour period? The two formulas that are used to do that is basically D equals TE, time exposed. Let's think about a situation, practical situation. Let's say someone is exposed to 95 decibel for 3.5 hours, and then 105 decibel for about half an hour, and 85 decibel for 4 hours. So the person is kind of rotating different machines and getting exposed to different levels of noise for the 8-hour period. How do we add this situation? So what is the total exposure for the 8-hour period? So first we have to calculate this D, which is time exposed divided by the summation of all time exposed divided by the time permissible or permitted for that particular level. Let's go to Excel and do the calculation. It will make more sense than to just talking about this. So these are the two formulas we use to do that calculation. So let's go to Excel. So I have already copied all the data. So let's find out the D first. So let's calculate the D that we need to calculate the time weighted exposure limit. So the formula for D is basically equal to 100 times parentheses, then so it's the time exposed, which is 3.5 hours for that 95 level of decibel exposure, divided by the permitted level at that level of noise, which is 4 hours. So I'm going to select that, plus half an hour for 105 level noise level exposure, and then divide by this 1 hour, which is the recommended at that level, plus 85 decibel, which is the person is exposed to 4 hours, divide by the permissible hours, which is 16. So I'm going to select that, close the parentheses. So about 162 for the D. Now time weighted value is calculated based on, I think the formula is 16.61. Let's double check one more time. Yes, 16.61 times log D divided by 100. I hope I remember that. So this log 100, I gotta put probably equal sign here, log, so the total D, which is this, divided by 100, close the parenthesis, plus 90 decibel. So the total 8-hour time weighted exposure is 93.5, so which exceeds the OSHA limit. So this is how you basically calculate the time weighted exposure for the 8-hour period.